Alright, so today we're presenting our business idea for Clean Collection. My name is Andrew Ludwig, this is Callie Jo Pausing, and this is Christoph Barkall. Basically, as population increases, we find ourselves producing a lot of waste, and so with that, we have to figure out what to do with that waste, and that's where recycling comes into play. Even though recycling is becoming more popular in society, unfortunately, there are a lot of people who choose not to do it, so we ask the question, why are you not recycling? Basically, it leads into a lot of factors. We've come up with a solution to solve these issues, and Christoph's going to explain a little bit further on our problems and the solution.
Yes, so our problem pain is that natural resources are raw materials such metals, minerals, are often taken for granted today, so people think that they're just there and they will always be there, and the production of these everyday items depends on the secure, sustainable and reliable supply of critical raw materials. Aluminium requires, for example, 96% less energy to make from recycled cans than it does to process from bauxite, so it's good to recycle to save some resources. So another problem is that 25% of Americans don't recycle, and 1 in 6 say they do not recycle because it's not available in the area. 12% each say it takes too much effort. Just 11% say they do not recycle because they don't believe it makes a difference. 6% say they are too busy, and 5% say it's too difficult. And our solution is a system that is based on on-site containers in conjunction with smartphone app technology to provide incentives for users who recycle aluminum.
So our specific area that we're going to be starting off in is Evansville, and the recycling trends in Evansville, recycling is provided in Evansville, but from 2010 to 2015, it has gained some momentum. It's going up. It went down a little bit from 2014 to 2015, but we're hoping to continue this trend and increase it even. So we're focusing mainly on aluminum cans only. We will only collect aluminum cans because they are the most recyclable beverage container. It saves 92% of the energy required to make a new can. It's a closed loop recycling, which means that aluminum cans contain 70% of recycled content, and they're 3 times, which is 3 times more than other recyclables such as glass and plastic bottles. So our target group are millennials primarily because they're generally more environmentally conscious. These are people ages 18 to 34. Looking at the 2010 census, the Evansville population was made up of a little bit over 50% of its population that were ages 18 to 64. So that's a big chunk of the population that we're going to be targeting. And also smartphone users, because we do have that smartphone interface that we will be using to provide the incentives. And these are also people, generally, most people who spend the most time on smartphones are 18 to 24. They use their smartphone 90.6 hours per month on their phone, and the next set is the 25 to 55, which all fall within our millennial target group. And our competitive advantages, we looked at 3 of our competitors, which are Republic Services, which is the provider that the city of Evansville actually uses, and the only thing that really is beneficial about them is that they're convenient. They pick it up right off your curb, but it's kind of complicated when it's like, okay, what can I recycle, what can't I recycle, do I have to wash it out, all that stuff. And then material recycling, they only do metals, but they do a lot of different kinds of metals, so it's kind of confusing when it comes to condensing the complications, but they do provide incentives. They will pay you for bringing in your aluminum cans and pop tabs and a bunch of different stuff. J. Trockman and Sons also is very similar to material recycling, but our system, Clean Collection, condenses the complications by only focusing on one thing, aluminum cans, and it's convenient because it'll be at your local stores that you already shop at, you're already on your way, it's part of your errand run, and it will provide the incentives that some people are really seeking in recycling. And we'll go over, Andrew will now go over our business model.
All right, so this is our business model. This is just a visual representation of the lean canvas. So Christoph touched a lot on the problems and the solution that we've come up with. There's a huge negative environmental impact of not recycling, and so we're trying to tackle that problem with this solution of the app and container bin combo. So there are a lot of key metrics, like the cost of floor space on participating businesses and the number of participating businesses that are going to allow us to be on site with these containers, and also the design and the function of the machine. We're currently doing research right now to figure out a way to build a container that can really hold the maximum amount of aluminum in the most efficient and convenient manner. Our unique value right now is there's no other means of local recycling that matches the convenience and profitability of our idea, and so right now we're really focusing on using that into our unfair advantage by gaining that initial relationship with consumers locally and building up from the bottom. And so we're going to use on-site advertisement. You see these bins on site, you'll be able to figure out what they're for and use them to recycle your aluminum. And then we can also use social media to display our message to local customers. And like Callie said, we're focusing on millennials, and we're also focusing on centennials. There's a big age group there that are coming into the recycling world and really starting to learn how to preserve the environment. And so those are two main groups that we're focusing on that really use smartphone technology and are starting to learn a lot about recycling. And as far as costs and revenues, we're conducting research to finish that right now. So in conclusion, Clean Collection is focusing on a specific material, aluminum. We're taking out the complexity of recycling. We don't want you to have to sort through your trash or wash anything out, or you don't have to have a huge knowledge base to know what aluminum is. And so with that, we're really looking into future development as well. We can recycle more things than just aluminum, and we can use this app interface to be a more informative platform. And so Clean Collection is just initiating those baby steps for consumers to look into recycling for a cleaner tomorrow.